activity B has you begin by doing a couple of very quick and easy challenges. So, run the gizmo several times with different types of graphs. Remember, the red points on the graph can be dragged vertically. Pay attention to the speed and direction of the runner. So, our first challenge is to create a graph with 2 points. So, let's go ahead and do that now. Number of points, 2. We need to have this as 2 points. Create a graph with 2 points of a runner that is running forward quickly. So that means I need to have an uphill steep line. Take a screenshot, paste it there. Here, I want a graph of a runner that is running forward slowly, so uphill, not so steep line. A graph with 2 points of a runner that is running backwards quickly, and then here we have backwards slowly. So these 4 challenges shouldn't take you very long at all. Here, change the number of points to 5. Create a graph of a runner that goes left to right. That basically means forwards. So I need an uphill for 1 second. Rests for 2 seconds means that the runner doesn't move for 2 seconds. Then continues running in the same direction means left to right or moving forwards. So I need to have an uphill line, then have the runner not move for 2 seconds, and then continue running forward for the remaining part of time. So take that screenshot and paste that here. All right. For this one, with the number of points set to 3, so let's go ahead and do that now. Okay. I need points of 0, 0, 210, and 440. So 0, 0, 210, and 440. Okay, good. Where? So I'm going to, okay, we have to be very careful about what we're being asked here. Where will the runners start? Well, I can tell you at 0 seconds, they're at the 0 yard line. So all I have to do is just type in 0 yard line. Where will the runner be after 2 seconds? Well, after 2 seconds, they should be at the 10 yard line. And sure enough, 2 seconds, 10 yards. Oops, sorry. I could just do that. At 2 seconds, sure enough, that runner is at the 10 yard line. So where will they be? 10 yard line. Where will the runner be after 4 seconds? Well, 4 seconds on the stopwatch. They're on the 40 yard line, and that is confirmed by my red dot being at the 40 yard line. Okay, just by looking at the graph, in which time interval will the runner move faster? So I have 2 time intervals. My first time interval, which is like a segment of the race, is from here to here. The second half of the race is here. So just by looking at the graph without hitting play, I already know which time interval, the 0 to 2 seconds or the 2 to 4 seconds, the runner's going to be moving faster. I can tell by how steep the line is. I can use numbers. In the first time interval, they only go 10 yards. In the second time interval, they go from the 10 to the 40, which is 30 yards. So in 2 seconds, 10 yards, or 2 seconds, 30 yards, it's pretty easy to figure out in which time interval they're moving faster. Okay. Speed is a measure of how fast something is moving. To calculate speed, divide the distance by the time. In the gizmo, the units of speed are in yards per second, so y/s. So in the first 2 seconds, how far did the runner go? Well, in the first 2 seconds, they went from the 0 yard line to the 10 yard line. So they went 10 yards. So we're going to make sure that our unit is just yards. They just want to know distance. How far did they go? In this time interval, how far did the runner go each second? Well, it took them 2 seconds to go 10 yards. So each second is 5 yards. Um, so if you notice at 1 second, they are halfway between 4 and 6, and that's 5. And that makes sense. So 5 yards and 5 yards would be 10 yards in 2 seconds. So how far did the runner go each second? 5 yards. Okay. In this time interval, what was the runner's speed? Well, it's 5 yards each second. So we need to say our speed is 5 yards per second. Okay, the y/s is our label. Do a similar set of calculations with the correct labels for this part here. All right. All right. Last one. Click the reset button. Lovely. Experiment with a variety of graphs looking at the speed of the runner. In general, how can you estimate the speed of the runner by looking at the graph? So let's keep this simple and go down to 2 yards. Here, they are going to go a total of 10 yards in 4 seconds. So to find their speed, I just have to take their distance traveled, 10 yards, and divide it by the total amount of time, 4 seconds. Okay. In this race, they are going 30 yards in 4 seconds, but I would calculate speed the same way. Distance, 30 in this case, divided by time, 4 seconds. Okay. Let's get crazy and do something like that. Okay. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 time intervals here. And all I had to do is take how far they traveled. In this case, they went from the 30-yard line to the 34-yard line. So that'd be a total of 4 yards. And they did this in, looks like, 0.6 seconds. So it'd be 4 divided by 0.6. Okay. All I had to do is take how far they've traveled and divide it by how long it took them to travel that time. So you can answer that here. And stop here, get my activity on activity B. And next up is activity C, but that is for another day.